All right, now that we've entered our bills, we're going to talk about how to pay a bill. So in QuickBooks, you come in here, you have pay bills. Of course, you can go to vendors, pay bills. And if you've watched the enter bill rent, you'll see a way to pay a bill right from the transaction itself. But we're going to look at all bills that we have open in here. So first of all, when I clicked on that, right, I just clicked on pay bills. I have the defaults in here for what I did last time, but I can say show me all bills due before a particular date. Why would this be helpful? Maybe I'm going on vacation next week, right? And I want to pay all the bills due right this week, so all bills due before the 4th, and then I want to pay all the bills due next week as well. So I can say show me all bills, select all bills to pay, and pay them. Now on the show all bills, this is going to show everything that's due in accounts payable for this accounts payable account. If you have multiple accounts payable accounts, you'd have another box up here that chooses which accounts payable account. If you have multiple accounts payable accounts, please make sure to give us a call, because there's probably a better way, especially if you have more than 2. There's probably a better way to do things. Okay, so filter by, I can come in and say for all vendors, or I can pick a particular vendor if I wanted to. I'm just going to leave it as all vendors. Sort by, I do have the ability to sort by due date, right? So that's going to be the date due column here. One of the things that a lot of my customers run into is they say, like, they see this date and they expect that that is the actual bill date. But if I open up the bill, right, that may or may not be the actual bill date. So this one is, but or no, it's not. See, the bill's due, it says due date 12/25. So anyway, sometimes customers forget that this column is the due date. Okay. So I can sort by due date. I can sort by discount date. Again, that'd be this column here. I can sort by vendor amount due, right? So it puts it from highest amount due down to lowest amount due. I can sort by reference number here. Discounts used, credits used, and then amount to pay. Okay. So when I come in here to pay my bills, I can check off the bills that I want to pay. If I had any credits set up for this particular customer, so let's go ahead and set up a quick credit for this customer. So we're going to change it to a credit and say it's $50. Okay, so if I had a credit set up for this customer, notice that I have this amount now that shows up down here in set credits. So I can, if I click on a different vendor that doesn't have a customer, those credits aren't going to show up down here. But once I get back to OfficeSmart, it's going to say you have some credits on account with OfficeSmart. So I can choose to set credits. I can use the entire amount, or if I needed to, I can only use partial. Right, so it's going to take $25 off, and it's going to leave $25 for future use. If I were short paying for any reason, any columns in here that are not grayed out, I can come in and change the amount, right? So I'm going to pay $150 as an example. Now what that's going to do is it's going to say I have $25 in a credit applied, and then I'm paying $150, right? So then it's going to leave for me $52 left to pay next time. Okay, so it doesn't go away yet, right? At this point, if you short pay, it'll still sit there and remind you to pay it again in the future. Okay, so if I wanted to set a discount, so this is just a manual discount that I'm taking. So let's say on this OfficeSmart as an example, the $52, I knew I was not going to pay them and I wanted to write it off right now. I can hit set a discount, right? And if I put in there $52, I would have to choose which general ledger account I'm putting this discount to, right? So trade discounts is a good one. Usually that's in the cost of goods sold area though. Generally, but you can choose whatever account you want to, right? Discount account, class that I'm associating it with. And then when I say done there, of course, then it's going to say that I took a discount as well. If I had terms with a customer, like 2% 10, net 30, it would point out for me, right, what discounts I can use when I'm paying this. Okay. So on some of these down here, see, these have discount dates as of, 12/11/11/2021. So I could use those discount dates, and those are driven by the date field down here. Okay. All right. So then from here, I also, one of the things that is a little different in the pay bills, usually in most areas of QuickBooks, you can double click to open up a transaction. In the pay bills area, it's a little different. So you have to highlight and then say, go to bill. Okay. The payment date, this is the date that the checks are going to be cut if you're printing checks out of here. So you choose the appropriate payment date. Checks or payment method, if you're paying by check, you can choose to be printed or assign a check number. Okay. If you do connect through your bank and you do bill pay through your bank, there would be a third option down here called online payment. So if I choose check, I'm going to see my checking account, right? What bank accounts I can pay out of here. Obviously, those are the only account types that I can pay out of by a check. If I choose credit card, I can choose which credit card accounts I can pay out of. If you don't see your credit card on this list for whatever reason, it's probably because you don't have it set up as a credit card account type. Or if you say, I'm paying this by check, where is it? Where's my checking account? It's because you've chosen the wrong method. You need to choose by check and then choose the appropriate checking account. Okay. If we were assigning, so printing them out of QuickBooks, right? We're printing physical checks. If we're assigning a check number, I'll show you how that works here. So pay selected bills. If I've handwritten checks or maybe paid by ACH or something else, right? I can type in ACH here. This one was on check 22258. This was on 22259. Okay. It puts the appropriate checks in there. All right. So now I've marked those bills as paid. My cash account has gone down because that money, right, is now no longer available because I've already sent it out to somebody. And then I have the option to go in and pay more bills. And obviously those bills now don't show up on this list anymore for me to pay because I've already paid them. Okay, so accounts payable goes down, checking account goes down. We can move on.